Welcome to tropical North Queensland. My name's Chris Price and I'm the race director for the Cairns Airport IRONMAN Asia Pacific Championships Cairns. The following video briefing complements the details in the Athlete Information Guide, which you should all be familiar with, and if not, a copy is available on the event website or from the event information booth. During the race, please practice common sense, good sportsmanship and courtesy at all times to ensure that you and your fellow competitors have a safe and enjoyable race. Good luck to all athletes chasing qualification in this year's World Championships. Please take care and we look forward to seeing you at the finish line.
Welcome to the 2016 Cairns Airport IRONMAN Asia Pacific Championship Cairns Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, athletes are required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains additional information to ensure you have a great day. This is available online to view and print at www.ironmancairns.com. If you have any further questions after reviewing the available information, please see the team located at the information desk. The race director will provide his last race update at the end of the Friday night welcome function. It is strongly recommended you attend to have the most up-to-date information prior to the race. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all items you'll need this weekend. These are listed here. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID right across the event. You'll need to wear this across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. Bike, helmet and gear bag check-in is on Saturday 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This takes place at Transition 1 at Palm Cove. Make sure you've attached all the appropriate stickers prior to entering transition. You do not want to mix up your belongings with others. Upon entering transition, your bike and helmet will be visually inspected by the technical officials to ensure they meet safety standards. To save time, please wear your helmet to bike check-in. It is then compulsory that all helmets are placed in the blue bike bag. Should they not pass the inspection, you'll be asked to rectify any issues prior to racking your bike. The exhibitors and bike mechanics will be available during this period to assist you as required. Once you've passed inspection, your bike will be photographed by finishers' picks and you'll be free to progress into transition. The bike racks are individually numbered. Please ensure that you rack your bike at your assigned position. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as they are a danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. Please also endeavour not to leave any items at the base of your bike. Instead, place these in either your blue bike, red run, special needs or black street gear bag, depending on when you want to access them. When entering or exiting transition with a bike, your wristband and bike sticker will be cross-checked to match by event personnel. If the athlete numbers match, you'll be able to continue into or out of transition. If they do not match, you'll be directed to the transition manager who will address any potential issue. You must check in your numbered blue bike and red run bag provided during Saturday bike check-in. No other bags will be accepted. The blue bike bag should contain all the gear you require for Transition 1 from swim to bike and everything you need for the bike course. You'll need to hang this on the individually allocated T1 numbered hooks at the transition change tent. Your helmet must be checked in with your bike and you're required to leave your helmet in your blue bike bag overnight. Helmets are not to be removed from then until the race. On Saturday, bike shoes may be placed in your blue bike bag or clipped to your bike. Alternatively, they can be brought into transition on Sunday morning. Your race number bib is optional on the bike course. The red run bag should contain all the gear you require for Transition 2, from bike to run and everything you need for the run course. You'll be able to hang this on the individual allocated T2 numbered hooks at the transition change tent. Your race number bib is compulsory on the run course. You'll not have access to either of these bags on race morning, so please make sure you are thorough when packing for Saturday bike check-in. Please make sure you're aware of the flow of each transition. There will be 4 transition tours held on Saturday at both T1 and Coates Hire T2. Transition 1 in Palm Cove will host 4 transition tours to help familiarise athletes with the area and allow for any questions or queries around transition. Transition tours will be held at 10 a.m, 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. There'll be a Japanese and Chinese Transition 1 tour at 12:30 p.m. Coates Hire Transition 2 in Cairns will also host 4 transition tours on Saturday. Again, these are to familiarise athletes with the area and allow for any questions or queries around transition. Transition tours at Coates Hire T2 will be held at 9:30 a.m, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. There'll also be a Japanese and Chinese Transition 2 tour at 4 p.m. To attend these tours, please meet at the entrance of transition and await your transition tour guide. They will announce themselves prior to the start. Transition opens at 5 a.m. on race day for any last-minute preparations. You'll be able to bring nutrition and bike shoes to transition race morning, but these must be left on your bike. You'll not have access to your gear bags on race morning. You will be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning. However, you must take this with you when you exit. Bike mechanics will also be available during this period. They'll be located inside Transition 1 and will have resources for basic emergency services only. You can drop off your special needs bags at this time to the special needs vehicles near the bike exit on Cedar Road. Special needs bags should only contain items that are not of actual or sentimental value. Any uncollected special needs bags will be discarded post-race. Your black street gear bag will need to be placed in the tubs at the southern end of Transition 1, Palm Cove. Please remember, transition closes at 7:15 a.m. The Xterra Wetsuit Swim Course is a 3.8 kilometre course starting at Williams Esplanade. Athletes will complete 2 laps of a rectangular shaped course in an anti-clockwise direction. This year's event will incorporate a rolling swim start, allowing age group athletes to self-seed themselves into start zones prior to the race start. Each start zone will align to a different expected swim time, with all start zones located on the beach. There will be 4 different start zones to choose from, depending on an athlete's expected swim time. These zones include Zone 1, under 1 hour. Zone 2, 1 hour to 1 hour 7 minutes. Zone 3, 1 hour 8 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes. Zone 4, 1 hour 21 minutes to 2 hours 20 minutes. To access the start zones, athletes will need to follow the directional signage and instructions of event staff. At 7:45 a.m, the age group rolling start will begin. This will involve athletes being released in groups of approximately half a dozen at a time at intervals over the start line and timing mat. As an individual crosses the start line and timing mat, their individual time will start. The rolling start will continue from Zone 1 to Zone 4 until all athletes have crossed the timing mat and begun the race. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. It's then the athlete's responsibility to return their timing chip to the dropout clerk located at one of the information tents. Swim water safety is provided by Life Saving Queensland. If at any time you or another athlete needs assistance, raise one arm above your head and they'll come to your aid. Please follow all directions given by water safety personnel. Water safety will use whistles to attract your attention. Should you hear whistles at any time, please stop swimming immediately and follow their directions. The time limit for the swim leg is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Any athlete who has not completed the course by this cut-off time will not be able to continue. The 2-lap bike course features 180 kilometres of breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean and tropical seaside rainforest that tropical North Queensland is known for. It is the athlete's responsibility to know the course. Please refer to the course route notes and map provided in the athlete information guide. On race day, there will be distance markers, volunteers and specific course signage at all decision-making points to assist with navigation. Please be aware that while there are road closures in place, there may be local traffic and event vehicles on course in order to maintain residential access and provide race support. Shimano bike mechanics will be on site in Cairns adjacent to the check-in tent during Expo trading hours from Thursday to Saturday to provide mechanical support to athletes. Shimano bike mechanics will be available at Transition 1 on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 5 a.m. where they'll be conducting minor mechanic services. A limited emergency service will be available on race morning. Please report to the bike mechanic in Transition 1 for assistance. Spare wheels may be available, however, if you choose to take this assistance in order to finish your race, you will receive a disqualification. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any cyclists that cannot complete the event. Collected cyclists will be transported back to Transition 1. If you do drop out on the bike course, you'll need to visit the dropout clerks at one of the information tents to hand in your timing chip. On course, there'll be marshals, technical officials, bike mechanics, aid stations and event staff all there to support you. If you have any problems on course, simply let any of our on-course support team know that you require assistance. Please do not move from your location once you've requested assistance, otherwise we may struggle to locate you. The bike course has 5 aid stations located approximately 20 kilometres apart from each other. A list of what is on offer at each aid station is listed here as well as within the athlete information guide. Special needs bags will be available at the Wongetti aid station at approximately 83 kilometres. If you require your special needs bags, you'll need to yell out your number as you approach the station so the volunteers can have your bag ready for you on arrival. Please slow down or come to a complete stop off course when accessing your bag. Be aware of those around you during this period. This is the sequence of the bike aid station. Please read the signage and communicate with the volunteers re your requirements. Athletes must slow down and maintain a consistent speed when entering aid stations. If you do not require any product from a bike aid station, please stay to the right of the roadway. If you need to stop, please pull off the road. Communicate loud and clearly re your requirements. Volunteers are there to support you, not to serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish and bed and discard zone within an aid station. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish, so please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only at each aid station area as marked. Please be focused and considerate at all times through the aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Please take the time to read the bike course regulations on the screen to help you avoid a potential penalty. For more information, see a technical official pre-race or view the detailed IRONMAN race competition rules on our website. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front at all times. The 12 metres is measured from the front wheel leading edge of the lead athlete to front wheel leading edge of the tailing athlete. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds. Be making forward progress at all times. Complete any started attempt at a pass. After being passed, drop 12 metres back and not re-attempt a pass until 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a blue, yellow or red card and advise you of your infringement. Tell you to stop at the next penalty box if applicable, note your athlete number and other information. There are 3 penalty boxes on course. The first is located outbound and inbound at Rex's Lookout on the Captain Cook Highway. The second is located in Cairns just prior to Coates Hire T2. The time limit for the bike leg is 10 hours from the race start time. All athletes must have completed the bike course and entered Transition 2 by 6:10 p.m. Any athlete who has not completed the course by 6:10 p.m. will not be able to continue. There will be intermediate cut-off points on the course also. The run course is a 42.2 kilometre 3-lap course stretching along the Cairns Esplanade between Port's North Marina and Airport Avenue turnaround point. Renowned for great spectator support, the flat course features a mixture of running terrain. It is highly advisable that athletes take the time to travel the course pre-race and refer to the course route notes and map provided in the athlete information guide. It is the athlete's responsibility to know the course. The lap band collection area will be marked with signs for each lap. Athletes are to run through the chute of the lap they just completed in order to receive the corresponding lap band. Upon collection of 3 different colour lap bands, athletes will be allowed to enter the finish chute. It is the athlete's responsibility to ensure they've received the 3 coloured wristbands in order to proceed down the finish chute. The run course will have distance markers every 2 kilometres. There'll also be traffic cones delineating the middle of the course, which athletes should keep on their right at all times. Volunteers and directional signage will be positioned at key decision-making points along the course to assist with navigation. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any runners that cannot complete the event. Collected runners will be transported back to transition. If you do drop out on the run course, you'll need to visit the dropout clerks at one of the information tents to hand in your timing chip. On course, there'll be marshals, technical officials, bike mechanics, aid stations and event staff all there to support you. If you have any problems on course, simply let any of our on-course support team know that you require assistance. Please do not move from your location once you've requested assistance, otherwise we may struggle to locate you. There are 5 aid stations on the run course, all of which are double-sided. They're located within 2 kilometres of each other. A list of what is on offer at each aid station is listed here, as well as within the athlete information guide. Special needs bags will be available at Aid Station 5, Lake Street Hockey Field. If you require your special needs bags, you'll need to yell out your number as you approach the station, so the volunteers can have your bag ready for you on arrival. Take care around this area and look out for others. Glow sticks will be issued to you at aid stations for any athletes that will be running after dark. Athletes must take particular care at this time in the race. For safety reasons, it will be compulsory for athletes to wear these glow sticks once allocated. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Please read the signage and communicate with the volunteers re your requirements. Athletes must slow down and maintain a consistent speed when entering aid stations. If you do not require any product from a run aid station, please stay to the left of the roadway. If you need to stop, please pull off the road. Communicate loud and clearly re your requirements. Volunteers are there to support you, not to serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish discard zone within an aid station. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish. Please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only at each aid station area as marked and in the bins provided. Please be focused and considerate at all times through the aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Please take time to know and understand the run course regulations. If you have any more questions regarding these rules, please speak with a technical official, visit our information booth, or view the race competition rules on our website. If an athlete is shown a yellow card, they may be directed by the technical official to perform a stop-start penalty. The run course closes at 12:40 a.m, with intermediate time cut-offs in place as listed within the athlete information guide available online. Any athletes who are not going to make this time frame will not be able to continue. The race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia TA race competition rules and a number of special IRONMAN rules. It operates under the 3 strikes and you're out principle. Any and all infringements across the event count towards your 3 strikes. In other words, any combination of 3 rule infringements will result in disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. Pre-race and public first aid is available at the information booth. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event with medical personnel positioned at the swim start and exit, transition, roaming on the cycle and run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line. There'll also be ambulances allocated to the event at all times. During the race, please ensure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in doubt, ask for help from an event official or a volunteer on course. Please make sure you have provided the staff a check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling, and other basic care. Any athletes requiring further treatment will be transported to the hospital. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information tent when you return or phone IRONMAN directly. To help out the medical team, please make sure you're taking appropriate care of yourself. Completing an Ironman is a special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Hot tip, make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends, including children, are not permitted in the finish chute or finish area. Please make sure your loved ones are aware of this rule, as you will be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of an athlete unintentionally harming themselves, other athletes, or their loved ones. It's also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. Once you cross the finish line, there'll be a range of services to aid your recovery. These include finish line catchers who'll meet and support you once you've finished, escorting you through to the secured recovery area. These volunteers will present you with your finisher's medal and towel and remove your timing chip. Please endeavour not to exit the recovery area with your timing chip still on. Throughout this time, the catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. Please communicate to them if you feel any discomfort whatsoever. The recovery area will offer drinks, fruit, as well as hot and cold food. There's also a full team of massage therapists available for a short complimentary massage. Your finisher shirts will be available for collection prior to exiting. Please note you'll need to show your race bib in combination with your medal to collect your finisher shirt. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area at all times. Please advise if you require assistance, as they're there to help and celebrate your achievement. Your Athlete Street gear bag will be available for collection after the race in the recovery area. Bike and run gear bag checkout will run from approximately 6:30 p.m. to midnight on race day and Monday 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. After this time, the transition area will become unsecure, so it's your responsibility to collect during this time. Please ensure you're still wearing your athlete wristband, as staff will check this number against your bike and bags as you exit transition. If you do not have your wristbands, we'll not be able to return your items without further proof of ID. You've endured or enjoyed months of training. You've just completed an Ironman. Now what happens? The action continues on Monday with 2017 registrations open from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the information booth in Cairns. Then from 10:30 a.m, the Ironman World Championship roll-down ceremony, offering 75 age group qualifying slots for the 2016 Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona, Hawaii, is on at the Grand Ballroom, Shangri-La. In addition to that, we have 10 military division qualifying slots. Qualified athletes are required to claim their slots in person. Please make sure you have all the required information available for registration, and remember, slots must be paid for at the ceremony. For further details, please visit the event website. Last but not least, on Monday afternoon, the official awards take place at the new location of the Salt House from 1 p.m. This will be followed by the traditional after party, where athletes are encouraged to let their hair down and celebrate their achievements. The 2016 Cairns Airport Ironman Asia Pacific Championship Cairns requires the support of over 1,500 volunteers in order to deliver the event. Our team of volunteers at the event will contribute a combined total of around 10,000 hours to assist, support and motivate you from the start to the finish of your Ironman journey. We encourage you to say thank you to the volunteers whenever possible, for without the volunteers, we simply would not be able to run any Ironman events. This is the end of the athlete video briefing. As advised at the start of this video, you can obtain further information from visiting our information tents if required. On behalf of the Cairns Airport Ironman Asia Pacific Championship Cairns team, good luck on race day. We wish you all the best in becoming an Ironman and look forward to seeing you at the finish line.